Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Sean from Somm Wine Club, and I have got some wine for you. This is the Cantina Casali Cantastorie Lambrusco Rosso Secco. This is a sparkling red from Emila-Romagna in central Italy and part of the February 2024 Somm Wine Club box. Now, I love Lambrusco. You know I love Lambrusco. I know you love Lambrusco. I love sharing it with you. I love sharing it with my friends. And I love sharing it with myself. So it just makes sense that I'm going to put another Lambrusco in the box. But Cantina Casali is a benchmark producer in Reggio Emilia, in the heart of Lambrusco. Giuseppe Casali in 1900 decided he would take his family's wine, the wine that they just made for the family, and turn it into a commercial operation. And I'm so grateful that he did, because these wines are spectacular. They have a number of wines that they produce under the Casali label, including the very iconic Lambruscone with the black and red label, the Cantastorie line. Cantastoria means storyteller in Italian. These are all named and actually designed with characters from a 15th century poem called Orlando Innamorato by Matteo Boiardo. This is Renaissance poetry at its best. Man falls in love, woman falls in love with the man hates the woman, blah blah blah. It's fun, and all of the characters that they have kind of like put onto the label have some connection to the story. But this is the dry Rosso Lambrusco. It's made from 65% Lambrusco Marani, 30% Lambrusco Salomino, and 5% Ancelotta. I did another Lambrusco in the box a year and a bit ago, and it was almost the opposite of this. It was mostly Lambrusco Salomino with a little bit of Marani. So it'll be fun to see the difference in style between these two producers coming from the same region. Now, if you are thinking about Lambrusco as a sweet, fizzy soda pop of a wine, not so much anymore. Lambrusco has undergone somewhat of a renaissance over the last decades, and now more than ever, Lambrusco is considered a serious, if fun, quaffable, easy drinking, and incredibly food friendly wine. So let's open this one up and talk about it. And I love doing sparkling wine on video because it means that I only get one shot at this, which means that any of the bloopers that actually end up happening during this take just end up in the actual video, which I'm totally fine with. I know y'all get a chuckle out of it later. So, for those of you that haven't seen one of these before, sparkling, little tab on the back. Once that tab comes down, your thumb doesn't come off the top of the bottle. Think about it like a grenade. So you can just keep your thumb on the top of the bottle as you twist that tab loose, and then just pull the cage away from the bottle so that you can get to it. And then thumb still staying on top, you can grab the cork and the cage with one hand and twist the bottle with the other. Just like that. There we go. Cork and the cage come off as one. And then if you have one of these at home, which is just a little sparkling wine stopper, it's got a little rubber seal on the top there. You can put that right in top and just click it down. And there's different styles, different production, but that helps to preserve the bubbles if you don't plan on drinking a whole bottle of this wine in one night. Although I would not blame you if you did. So, there's the froth. So, one of my favorite things about Lambrusco is that crimson froth that comes when you pour this wine out into the glass. Now, Marani is one of 60 or so identified Lambrusco grape varieties. They're all related, they're all kind of part of one family. Lambrusco comes from the Latin labrusca, which is the term for wild, and it's what they call the vines that were growing wild in the area back to the time of the Etruscans in central Italy. Oh, that smells great. This is really pretty. It's like, it smells a little bit like like a raspberry wheat beer. It's got this like tang, this zestiness. Yeah, lots of like tangy red fruit, raspberry and red cherry, with a little bit of a twinge of rose petal or dried flowers, kind of potpourri-esque kind of floral note to it. There's a little bit of like cedar or wood shavings, even though this wine sees no oak. That's just a characteristic of the grape varieties and the way that they've produced them. Even though this wine does have bubbles, it's not fully sparkling. They call this frizzante, which is just fizzy. So it's a lower atmospheric pressure in the bottle. So it's not sparkling in the same way that, say, like champagne or cava or even some prosecco would be like very fully sparkling. This is just lightly prickly and fizzy. So those bubbles will dissipate. And even though that's going to happen, you don't want to serve this in a flute. You still want to serve this in a small wine glass because it'll really allow you to get your beak in there. Beautifully refreshing, tangy, tart, exactly what I want in a Lambrusco. It's got this almost like sour raspberry note to it. It's a little bit darker on the palate than it is on the nose, where the nose is all raspberry and cherry. The palate's a little bit more black cherry, black raspberry, maybe even a little bit of blackberry. This lovely tannic texture, which just adds some body and some kind of structure to this wine. So this wine has plenty of acidity. My mouth is like absolutely watering right now. But if it was all acid and no structure, it would be refreshing and then it would dissipate. But the tannin actually allows the wine to grip a little bit, and so you get the refreshment of the acidity, you get the fruit, you get the aromatics, and then you get the structure kind of holding on at the end, lengthening the finish and giving you more complexity. This is easy to drink. This is refreshing. This is flavorful. This is exactly what I want, like right now and always. And it helps that this kind of wine is so versatile with food. You think about the food of Emilia-Romagna in central Italy. You have Parmigiano Reggiano, you have prosciutto di Parma, you have balsamico di Modena, you have mortadella di Bolognese. You have all of these like incredible, iconic Italian food products, and you have Lambrusco just there waiting to be the the pairing partner for all of these great foods. So just like a great charcuterie platter, or a tomato and burrata salad, or like pizza with fennel sausage and pickled peppers, or meatballs, or a great hamburger, or barbecue ribs, or duck, or anything. There's like so much that you can do with this wine. It's almost hard to do something that won't work with this wine. So take that as your challenge. If you have a favorite dish that you think will work, try that and see what happens, and let me know, because I want to know, like, what are the boundaries, what are the limits for Lambrusco pairing, because I can't really think of anything besides like a plate of oysters, or maybe like tinned sardines, that probably, although tinned sardines with oily fish, maybe we'll see. I love the experimentation. I love the opportunity to try new things. And doing Lambrusco just means that there is a whole world of possibilities out there for me to screw up in a new and different way. I hope that you enjoy this as much as I do. If you've never had Lambrusco before, I'm so glad that this can be your introduction to it. And let me know what you think. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you guys all next time.